A hard-hitting physical game here at High Point Solutions Arena tonight. The Cornell Big Red defeat the Quinnipiac Bobcats 5-4 in the Game 2 of the ECAC quarterfinals. Thank you for joining us and welcome in to the Rebound presented by Q30 Sports. My name's MJ Baird. Alongside me today, men's ice hockey beat reporter Kyle Levasseur. Kyle, thanks for coming on.
It's great to be here, MJ.
So, Cornell puts up 5 goals tonight in the win. What made the difference for Cornell tonight versus last night?
Well, MJ, we didn't see it in Game 1, but we definitely saw it tonight in Game 2. It was Cornell's physicality. In the post-game press conference after Game 1, both Rand Pecknold and Michael Gartig said they weren't going to allow these big, 6'7" Cornell forwards get the best of them and use their physicality to just power through the defense. But we saw it tonight on a couple goals. Jeff Kubiak, Matt Buckles, they both scored goals just powering right to the net, and they were able to put the bodies on the net and just tire them out. We were saying earlier, we thought Quinnipiac was going to take this one after an early 2-0 lead, but they were just able to use their physicality and draw the game out, and their power was too much for the finesse of the Quinnipiac forwards.
So, even Michael Gartig said this on Monday at Media Day. He didn't think the forwards, the big players for Cornell, were going to be an issue. Certainly they were. Given that Michael Gartig lets up 5 goals tonight, hasn't done that in a while. What did you think of his performance?
Well, he has been struggling the whole second half of the season, MJ. He still hasn't had a shutout since January 7th, and tonight was a night that he really needed to come out if they wanted to do well the rest of the tournament. 20 saves on 25 shots. That's not going to cut it against his Cornell team. He did allow those big Cornell bodies to get in front of the net, and they were just able to tire him out throughout the game, and that's why they were able to come back despite being down 2-0.
Specifically on that Jeff Kubiak goal that you referenced, Gartig was sitting on his behind in the crease with the net off. After that goal, he was definitely upset that the Cornell forwards were able to crash his crease.
Certainly.
Second period comes around just about halfway through, almost 3/4. Rand Pecknold calls his timeout.
Yes.
Team was tired. Right out of that timeout, Cornell comes down and scores a goal. What are your thoughts on Rand calling that timeout early in the game, late in the second period?
I didn't like the use of a timeout then because of the way the third period unfolded. Down a goal, they pull Michael Gartig with 3 minutes left. That's a great opportunity to use your timeout because you're going to have your best players out there trying to score, and it's just so fast-paced, and they're going to get tired. You need a timeout in that opportunity. Obviously, when you're up when he called a timeout, you're not thinking about that, but you have to keep that in the back of your mind in these playoff games, that if you are down, you're going to be desperate. You're not going to have the same ease of coming back like they did in the second half of the season. So you have to keep that timeout in your back pocket for those situations.
For sure, Kyle. And real quick, let's touch on the freshman contribution from tonight. 2 goals from Chase Prisky. Thomas Aldworth made an appearance on the power play. In such a big playoff game like this, how big are those freshmen?
Oh, it's huge. And these are opportunities that they haven't been in before. They're freshmen. It's the ECAC playoffs. They're playing here in front of a sold-out High Point Solutions Arena crowd. A lot of freshmen, this could get the better of them, but I think it says a lot about Chase Prisky having a career night tonight, 2 goals. That's just going to be so important for them come the rest of the playoffs if their first line isn't producing.
Thank you, Kyle. Game 3 of the series tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. right here at High Point Solutions Arena. Thank you for joining us here on The Rebound presented by Q30 Sports. For more information, you can check us out on Twitter at Q30television.com and on Twitter at Q30 Sports. For Kyle Levasseur, I'm MJ Baird. Have a good one.